Hello, besties! It is Becky here with Bestie Becky's Crafts, and I have a fun little tutorial today on how to make a Zig Zag mini album. This is not my idea. It's been around for a while. I don't remember which video or where I got the idea from. If I remember it, I'll post a link below. But to the creator of this, a big shout out. But I think you'll find it fun, easy, quick. It's not very big, and really it does go together quite quickly. And don't know where the frog came from all of a sudden. I was doing really good. And also, it's really cloudy out today, so hopefully this video isn't too dark. And I heard a little rumbling outside my window when I sat down and turned this on. So hopefully, cross your fingers that it doesn't get too noisy outside and we don't lose power. But anyway, this is what we're going to make. Is our Zig Zag mini album. And you'd be like, why is it called Zig Zag? Well, I will show you. First of all, this is the outside cover. And I went with a spring theme, of course. I'm using pastel colors. Now, I would normally have this tied. I decided to use a ribbon as my closure on this album, but I don't have it tied yet because the ribbon has glitter on it, and I'm kind of worried that if I tie it and untie it too many times that too much glitter is going to come off. And this is for a swap, so I hate for it to be glitterless. That would be such a shame. But here's the front cover, and then when you turn it back, of course, there's just the back cover with my handmade stamp. I'm so proud of my little stamp I ordered and had made for myself. But let's go ahead and zoom back, because we're going to need to zoom back for this one. So there we go. Alright, so when you open it up, this is what it looks like on the inside. And you're like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. No. I put a little pocket here in the front, and then there's a little spot here where they could tuck something in. Alright, and then this is where it becomes zigzag. Isn't that cool? I mean, I can't even fit it in the whole screen. So we will just set it up this way, and you can see how it gets its name. Did I get all in there? Yes, I did. You can see how it gets its name. And not only is it decorated on one side, it's also decorated on the back side. And it looks complex, but it's really not. It's kind of a fun little album you could tuck in as a goodie in a swap. If you were making like a loaded envelope or a loaded bag or something like this, this is definitely skinny enough to fit inside a pocket somewhere. So let's go ahead and get started on zigzagging. Alright, so I'm going to put this off to the side over here, and all you need to make this, the base, is two 8.5 by 11 inch sheets of paper, and which is nice. You could pick a color, whatever color you need that coordinates with your designer paper, or you could use double-sided designer paper too to make this and make the project go probably all that much faster. But the pieces that you will need, your cover, you will need two pieces. Boop. Let me see if you can see that. Two pieces that are 6 1/8 by 2 3/4. Could I have written any smaller? I don't think so. There's our two pieces, alright? 6 1/8 by 2 3/4 inches. Alright, cover. Bam. So that's all the bigger the album is. Tiny. And then you'll need 7 pages that are 5 1/2 by 2 1/2, because you gotta leave a little bit of wiggle room in that cover. Can you see that? So 7 pages that are 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. Alright? So there's those. Cover pages, and then we're going to put a couple pockets in. You could put as many pockets in as you wanted, but I'm only going to do 2. And, oh, I did it right. Okay, my pockets are 3 1/2 by 2 1/2, and I'll get 2 of them. Alright, that's all you need to cut out for your base. And it's going to go together, and it's going to be this cute little thing. So let's get started. Alright, with our covers, we have our 2 covers. You're going to need your scoreboard. Let me get my glue out of the way. You're going to need your scoreboard for your 2 covers. And remember, they are 6 1/8 by 2 3/4. And you are going to put them on your scoreboard, and you are going to score at 5 3/4. Okay? So we're going to come down here and we're going to score at 5 3/4. And we're going to do that on both covers. 5 3/4. Okay, so there's our covers. Set those to the side. And now our 7 pages. We are going to take one of these pages and we are going to set it aside. That's going to be our bottom page. So just set it off to the side so you just don't even worry about it. So you've got your 6 other pages. Okay? And these we're going to score at 1 inch on the 5 1/2 inch side. Alright? So at your 5 1/2 inch side, you're going to score at 1 inch. So we're going to be doing that 6 times. Alright? Telling you, this is easy. Super easy. You're going to be like making these like crazy. These are pretty versatile. And they're made so that if you take pictures, you know, with your little camera thing and print out those small pictures, these are great for that. And get carried around and show off, I don't know, your grandkids or your pets or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we have scored 1 inch on our 5 1/2 inch side. And now our pockets. Our 2 little pockets here that are 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. On 3 sides, we are going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay? So hopefully you can see this. And I know my hand's going to get in the way because it just is. So I apologize in advance for that because I don't know how else to do this. So there's a 1/2 inch. And now I'm going to rotate and just keep doing a 1/2 inch. If you have an easier way to do it, feel free. This is a judgment-free zone here. So there's our 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Now remember, only on 3 sides, because the top part is going to be our pocket part. Parts. Alright, so now we are done with our scoreboard. Alright, so let's start putting this bad boy together, shall we? Alright, so we have our cover. And we have our scores. So we're going to go ahead and crease in those places. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and put our cover together. Real easy. They're going to fit together one on top of the other of those seams. Doesn't matter which one, they're both the same size. We're going to cover everything anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I want to put some glue on. And again, oh, my wet glue's like already crazy. Put some wet glue on because, you know me, I like that wiggle time. Do you remember the Wiggles? Whatever happened to the Wiggles? So you're going to line it up. You're going to get close to that edge, you know, the folding edge, so make sure that you can still fold it. I think I got crooked. Yes, I got crooked. Surprise, 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 right? Okay. So, we've got our cover put together like so. Ta-da! Alright, we'll put it off to the side and let it dry while we work on the rest of our book. Alright, so remember we left one piece of the pages for the inside of our book, excuse me, flat. We didn't crease it, scored anything. And it's 5.5 by 2.5 inch piece. So we are going to glue our other pieces on top of it. So the easy thing to do here is just, let's go ahead and just score. We already scored. Go ahead and fold and crease on those places where we scored already. That way this thing just flies together. Alright. Make sure it just flies together. This part does. The assembly of it does. It's the matting and decorating of it. That takes a little while. Alright, so we have our piece cover started. Alright. And so we're going to glue our pieces to it. And I'm going to glue on this side to start, which if it's you, it's this side. Alright? You know, it really doesn't matter, I don't think. Probably doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and glue. Just put glue on that 1 inch piece. The small piece where you scored. You see that? And we're just going to butt it up to the edge of that piece. That's our bottom page that has no scoring on it. And we're going to just make sure we get a good seal. Just like that. Okay? So there's our second page. Now we're going to do our third page. Put glue again on that 1 inch piece that we scored. But instead of putting it over here, we're going to add it to the end. Whoops. We're going to add it to the end of the other piece. Alright, so here's a little scored part. And now we're going to put the score on the other side, the opposite side. And that's how you get your zigzag. It's just like accordion folding. Right? So when you look at it from the top, this is our bottom page. This is where we scored and glued. And there's the rest of the page. And then this is our third page where we scored and then where it's straight. So the next place we glue is right here and attach that piece. So let's do that. See how easy this is? It's crazy easy. And it's so cute. And actually, it really doesn't take a whole lot of paper. You kind of use up your scraps because it's not a very big album. So it gives you that opportunity to kind of use up, you know, scraps. Especially if you made a loaded album or envelope or something like that. And you had some extra little pieces to get rid of or ephemera or something. So we're great for that. Okay, so there's our little 1-inch piece that we scored, so we go the opposite end. Easy peasy. Alright, just make sure we get a good seal. And you know, you want to make sure it's straight. We don't want a crooked book. But I am like super off there on the end. I get gabbing and I lose where I'm at. Was it? Yeah, that's where it was. I don't want to get y'all confused. Yeah, my son and I went somewhere over the weekend. Actually, I went to pick him up. We live in North Carolina, and I went to pick him up from downtown Raleigh. And you know, it's no big deal. No big deal. You know, I can find my way home, find my way around. It's not that big of a deal. But I was gabbing to him, missed my exit. So we went a little sightseeing. But we had a good time. Alright, so I think, yeah, we just have one page left, which goes over there. So let's go ahead and finish that up. And then we can glue these to our cover. So we're just lining it up. Make sure we got a good seal. And there we go. So there we have just glued our zigzag, our zigzag pages. See, I can't get them all on the screen here. All right, so our zigzag pages. So we have our cover. Now, something to think about in putting together the book is when we put together the cover, I don't know if you can see here, you have the top piece that comes over the top of the bottom piece. So there's a little seam right there from when the top piece comes over the top. Just to kind of make it look better. It's not a huge thing, but it's nice to have that little seam facing the bottom. It just makes the top of your book look cleaner, right? If you do it this way, you can see that little seamed edge, and it's just not quite as clean, I guess. So, just something to remember is that seam, put it on the bottom. So like if the inside of your book, here's the end of the bottom page. So if that makes sense. I don't know if it does or not, but alright, so we're going to glue our bottom page piece. Boy, I'm out of frame today. I need to zoom out some more. There we go. We need to glue our bottom page on top of our bottom cover. Okay? And remember, it was the page that we didn't do any scoring on. And you're going to center it on that bottom cover piece. So, I'm going to put glue on the back side of this flat piece. Alright, and then, like I said, I'm just going to center it in here. And I am going to have the piece that attaches it to it on the end over here near the opening. Alright, so it's just the it's just a flat edge right here, and then it all folds up. Ta-da! There you have your book. Alright, so there's our book. Easy, right? But let's add some pockets. Let's add some pockets. Remember, we cut out our pockets. Our little 3.5 by 2 inch piece pockets. And we left one edge unscored. The rest of it was all scored at a 1/2 inch. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut at an angle right where all those score lines meet. Just cut at an angle. It doesn't have to be pretty because nobody's going to see it. It's just to give you a nice crisp fold, not too much bulk, where all of that comes together. See, look at that one. Well, I cut that one. It's crazy. Alright, so that's all you need your scissors for. Now let's go ahead and fold on along our score lines. Like so. And see, when you cut that corner, look how crisp and nice those corners are. Alright, let's do the other one. Same thing. Fold and crease. And again, very, very nice. So now, we need to put our pockets in. So, when we open our book, I like to think of you don't want whatever you put in your pockets to fall out. Okay? So, like I did in this one, when you open it, this is where I put my pocket. So my pocket is on the back side of that first page. And I have the opening to my pocket facing in to where the center of the book is. Because if I put the opening to my pocket this way, my little cards or whatever I decide to put in the pocket might just fly out. You know, we don't want that happening. So, that's why I put my pocket facing that way. And then I just decorated this side. So, for this, okay, I'm going to turn it so it's facing you. So here is our book, right? And put this one beside it so you can see. Here's our score line for a zig or a zag, I don't know. Here's our other score line. So we're going to want to put our pocket right here. Alright? So, all we need to do is put glue on the 3 sides that we folded and use whatever glue you feel comfortable with. You might feel more comfortable using a tape glue at this point. I probably wouldn't use a hot glue. It's the only thing that I wouldn't use. But I'm going to use this glue because, you know what? I need the wiggle room. Alright, so there. I'm just going to put my pocket. Look how nice that pocket fits right in there. Super nice. Look at that. Telling ya. Awesome. So there we got a nice little pocket. Alright. Now you can put as many pockets as you want on this thing. If you want to put pocket everywhere, you put pocket everywhere. Do whatever you want. It is your book. The next pocket I'm going to put is a little trickier to get to because we've got all this zigzagging going on. But my next pocket I'm going to put, I'm going to open this too. Okay, so here's my front cover, here's that flat page, and then here's that page that we did. See, I put my pocket so it opens this way so that things don't go flying out if they were that way. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my pocket right here. So let's close this puppy up. The last thing I need to do is get glue on it. Alright? So, and yeah, I wrote on the inside of it. Nobody's going to see that. I don't think so. If they do, pretty good eyeballs. Okay, so I'm just going to glue it right there, like so. Easy peasy. I'm going to go ahead and push it down so I can get a good seal. Okay, and there you go. There we have our pocket. So now you close this thing up. And something you need to think about before you start covering it is, what kind of closure do I want on my book? Do I want a closure? You may not want something to close a book. Totally up to you. You may want to just leave it like that and decorate it and off you go. You may want to use a ribbon as your closure for your book. I tend to use ribbon a lot as closures for my book, but like I said, you don't need to. You could extend the bottom cover so it came over the top and use Velcro or something like that to close it. So if you're going to do that, keep that in mind before you make the book, to add that extra, what is this, 1/4 of an inch? Yeah. What's a 1/4 of an inch? An extra, about 3/8 of an inch to this end, and then however far you want to go in to make your closure. So kind of think beforehand of how you want to do your closure. If you're going to use ribbon, you don't have to worry about it until now. So now I would put my ribbon on, and you just need, you know, like, I don't know, a foot of ribbon, maybe a little more. And I didn't put ribbon going all the way around. I just put ribbon so it went underneath like 1 inch on both sides, so there's 2 separate pieces, and then everything is matted, and that's what takes your time, is the matting. But like your mat on the front is the same size as your mat on the back, and I did put a mat on my little seam on the side. I decorated it and did a little happy spring thing. The inside cover, it's the same size mat as the front, but I just made a little pocket here to put, I don't know, I could put some journaling cards or something in there and decorated it. And like I said, this is just a scallop that I cut in half that you could stick something in to hold onto if you wanted to, or not. This is our pocket. This I just added a flower. But you know that wherever these are, they're all going to be the same size, right? This part's all going to be the same size matte. This I did matte all the way down. You don't need to, but I did. I matted all the way down so stuff didn't get stuck, but that's just me. And then here I just glued a band down. I could have made it like a belly band, which you could stick things in. Over here I had made a little envelope. This little piece comes out, put a little bird. Whoever you give this to can use this however they want. They could put little pictures on here. You could use it as like a traveling journal. Keep, you know, whatever little mementos, tickets, or whatever. You could use it as a journaling little flip book. You know, whatever works for you. And so as you can see, you know, there's the other half of the scallop that I used over here. And then here's some more journaling cards, and a butterfly, you know, and that was kind of it. I think it turned out really cute. So you can make these for any holiday. You could use any color cardstock you wanted for the base. I just happened to use white because it went with my spring here. But yeah, Christmas time, something like that, make a great little gift. You could keep track of all your Christmas little memories in a little book. And like I said, they're great to add as little extra goodies in any of your swaps. So I hope you enjoyed this easy tutorial. I think they're easy books. They're fun to make, and they don't take much paper. And I hope you give it a try. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a try. And thanks for watching. And happy crafting. And I'll see you next time.